Is this 5 p.m. or 5
It's at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
No, that wasn't correct. It came in
Because he said
the same day the election was held. All the results came in.
When they came in,
All the results came in on the election day, in the evening of the election
whether
day.
they came in, Mr. Gbadebo, whether they came in the PM or in AM, the thing that I've not been able to get from you is the Amuwo-Odofin ballot, because he has a strong point if that is true.
That is not true. That is not correct.
Good. That is why I want you to, well, disabuse the mind because that's a strong, a moment, let me complete this. That's a strong anomaly. If something that is not even close to your council area is being found there, and he's also saying that those votes or ballots were not even on his own side. That's a strong one against your candidate.
We don't have an inkling of such.
Could it be that your agents didn't let you know? Because you said you were not in all of those places.
No, I'm also an agent in my own polling unit in Ojota.
Because he said, I can't remember which particular one now, that in one of those units, there were 61 of those ballot papers from Amuwo, that when the results were counted, they were counted as part of the results.
Is it ballot papers or a bunch?
No, we're talking about two things here. First, the ballot papers,
when they are counted,
the bunches.
Okay, when you were counting,
yeah, when we were counting, the one in Amuwo-Odofin.
There was nothing of such.
Even if it shows, why would he say he's got?
I don't actually know where he got that information from.
Why was there violence?
Well, the violence was actually came up. I think it was they've laid the template for this violence right from when we were campaigning, the PDP members in our constituency, because they have been attacking our members on several occasions whenever we go on campaigns, and we keep on appealing to our members that this election is not about violence, it's about what we intend to do for the people, and that they should not take laws into their hands. But on the day of the election, when they realized that they are going to lose the election, you know, ordinarily in our various wards, you have all knew the results of the election, because we did our tabulations in various wards when the results are coming in, without recourse to the one that is being done at the local government collation center. They were doing theirs while we were doing our own. So during that period, they knew they had lost. So they now mobilized their members that are well armed with lots of dangerous weapons to the venue where the announce of the election,
the
collation center.
But the thing is this, I mean,
because we lost one of our members.
We have a correspondent. I mean, we had a correspondent.
One of our members was shot and died.
In other words,
Sadly.
the man that was killed.
Yes, he was a member of our party. His name was Femi Olaoye. And 4 others were shot too.
Where?
They were shot in front of the collating center.
When did they arrive at the collating center?
You know, they were polling agents. They had to take the result of the election to our agent that is in the collating center for proper collation. So that was what most of them was doing. And during that period, they had brought in their men and they started protesting. And when the police officials on ground discovered that, they were trying to disperse the crowd. And during that period, the result of the election was, they were saying they won't take the result of the election, that the INEC officials should not announce the result of the election. But the officials of INEC went ahead to announce the result, and our own candidate was declared the winner. And the security men on ground had to ensure that they escorted the INEC officials and the materials away from the scene when they started witnessing what was on ground. It was after then that they started the crisis. And
did your men retaliate?
We didn't.
What happened in Kujore Street?
They didn't retaliate. I am an indigenous of that community, and I was one of those that persuaded our members not to take laws into their hands. In fact, I had to call my uncle, who was the head of the community, to quickly summon a meeting. And we called all our party members as well as sympathizers to the palace of the Valley of Ojota, where we all addressed them that no, elections shouldn't be about violence. They shouldn't take laws into their. Though we had lost somebody, it was a very painful thing. It just gave birth recently.
But you know that
I was one of those that took those that were shot to Bagada General Hospital.
But you know that there was also some property that was damaged in Kujore Street.
I am not aware of that.
Till today, you didn't hear of anything whatsoever.
Because when the crisis happened, we had to, everybody was running for their dear lives, running helter-skelter. We had to call a communal meeting to appeal to our members and the youth that they shouldn't take any retaliatory action.
This is how many weeks after the elections? You're saying that
it's took place.
Just a moment, sir. You're saying that you do not know the house of any PDP chieftain that has been vandalized.
PDP chieftain.
It
was PDP members that killed one of our members.
Yeah, and I'm saying that
4 of our members were shot.
They also allege that
your members retaliated.
That your members retaliated.
Our members they did not.
And that cars were destroyed.
They did not.
On a particular street where.
In fact, in order to calm the tension down, I had to call the DPO with the police station when we got information that one of those that were rushed to Bagada General Hospital had also died. That also created problem within the community. But when I called some of these boys, they said no, that the guy is not dead, that though his condition is very pathetic. I had to take my car to Ogudu police station. I picked the DPO. We both went there to Bagada General Hospital. We saw him in the hospital. There were lots of bullet wounds. He had lots of bullet wounds on his body. They shot him on the arm, at the back here, and also on his foot.
Yeah, but my question is, how come it is that you haven't heard any other report? You haven't heard anything whatsoever that even if it was not the house of that, just a moment, sir. May I finish my question?
Okay.
Sir, if you're saying that violence happened, are you saying that in how many weeks since the elections you haven't heard that anybody's house was destroyed, that people's cars were destroyed in the wake of that violence shortly afterwards? Is that what you're saying?
I lived there and
you have not heard any such report
at all.
Or you're saying that if at all any such thing happened, it is the PDP people who are doing it?
They were the ones, because we had to run for our dear lives, because they were seriously harmed.
But does it make sense for them to, because Kujore Street is his own constituency, he won.
It is not his own constituency.
Who won in Kujore?
Along Kujore Street, you have about 7 polling units there.
Who won most in
We won most of the polling units. We have 7 polling units on Kujore Street. And I can tell you vividly that I think we won in about 6 or thereabout.
And yet you didn't know that violence broke out in Kujore Street.
So how would our members went to Kujore Street to attack people that voted for us?
He says there were 3.
Is there any sense in that?
Just a moment, sir. He says there were 3 polling units there.
7.
He said 3.
7.
And that he won in all 3.
You know what? This guy is new in politics. He doesn't even know the numbers of polling units that we have in that community.
But he ran the candidates. He says, look at the difference.
87 votes.
Yes, it doesn't really matter. Even if it is a single vote, we have won. A win is win. And he lost the election.
But isn't
that's the basic thing.
But how come you didn't know that there was violence? You know the number of polling units there.
Yes.
But you didn't know there was violence in Kujore Street.
That's why I'm surprised. Because we were at the receiving end. We were the ones that are treating those that were shot now.
Are you worried he's going to challenge this in court?
That would have even been better. That's the most civil thing to do, instead of taking laws into their hands and maiming and killing innocent people.
But the area is peaceful right now.
Yes, I think the police officers are on top of the situation.
Would you be surprised if you saw maybe clips of votes that were being counted on ballot papers from Amuwo-Odofin?
You know, I told you earlier on that I voted in my own polling unit. And my own ward is Ojota Ogodu, a different community from Bagada Sholuyi, where he said that they used ballot papers from Amuwo-Odofin. So there is no way I will have an inkling of what actually transpired in Bagada. But to the best of my knowledge, I didn't hear of such thing.
Because he says that, well, even if the elections hold 10 times, that he is sure that he won that election and that he will win again.
He can't. right from 1999, Kosofe local government has been a strong base of the AD, ACN, and the All Progressive Congress. We won the presidential election there. We won the National Assembly elections there. We also won the governorship elections there. So the state assembly election won't be a different.
But if it's the stronghold, as you say, how come the difference between himself and Honorable Oshinawa is just 87?
No, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is for us to win, and which we have won.
All right, I want to thank you for coming on this morning. Fatai Gbadebo is a member of the APC in Lagos State, and he was also an agent, and you voted in that constituency.
I did.
All right, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Please join us again.